FedEx, UPS.
Let me give people time to get up in here. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
sure.
If I was Dwight Howard, I think he just got hit with a mean Stone Cold Stunner.
I can't.
Middle of the court.
Dwight Howard don't even like you, bro.
No hezzy.
Son, you don't even go here. That shit is funny. These two dudes here. You can't ever think they wouldn't be in a faction together. Come and talk to me. I really want.
Yeah.
Hey.
Got a headache.
Right here. This is Beetlejuice.
Oh, there's no roller coaster. It's open.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of them, man.
I can only do 2 roller coasters.
Yo, you know what's funny? Is we got people in our Discord. People don't even talk. They just watch us talk.
Yeah, we gotta get the way to engage on that shit.
We try to get news.
There you go. So what we starting off with?
We start off with what up, though? We here. Don't adjust. I am a Lakers fan, but you know, I went to school in Carolina, so shout out to the Hornets and me.
I'm a happy Chiefs fan. You know what we did this week?
Yeah, did a
JJ.
dollar.
JJ Kenny, I know y'all rich famous look right now, but it's how you turn. Hold on. So we appreciate y'all for coming, subscribing, commenting. Appreciate y'all backing up CL, Kenny, JJ. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be able without y'all. So when y'all view this, we appreciate it. Make sure you like it, share it, comment, subscribe, all that good ish. Beautiful CL's here, as always. We call him his hot takes. Kenny Drip is here.
Yeah.
And then we got Mr. Bison over here.
The Bison.
So I always gotta go extra, B. I'm trying to give you a shout out and the love.
I
wanted to go just knock out Crown Jewel, but I do like the fact that my girl Becky Two Belts is about to whip my girl Charlotte's ass in the back.
Yeah, I saw about that.
At least they actually starting to build Survivor Series already. Because I mean, give brand versus brand some actual making sense. Because it never makes sense to have Survivor Series right after the draft to me. Like,
yeah,
that placement is so terrible.
You can't build like a brand versus brand when everyone's new to their brand.
Like, yeah, what you repping this shit so hard for? You've been here 2 days. What the fuck?
You just got here.
Like,
what do you mean?
Boy got jumped into the gang fast as fuck. That's crazy.
Well, you know, anything to keep people entertained, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, you choose when. I mean, not you. I mean, they choose when pay-per-views are scheduled. Just plan in advance, just a little bit.
Either have the draft after do factions,
or like 6 months. Yeah, or go back to faction Survivor Series. Those is when Survivor Series was real.
Right.
We don't have the factions in WWE, so not enough at least.
I was gonna say we
got the Bloodline, Hurt Business, New Day.
Listen, man.
That's Hit Row. So 4. Yeah,
so Inner Circle versus Dark Order.
So let's talk about Hit Row.
That was coming.
Let's talk about how they dropped the ball.
Do we have to, man? Jeez.
You know what's sad is that
is their debut
at first, and now it's just like y'all can just sit down.
It wasn't. I mean, what do we really expect? Did we have high expectations?
Yes, we did. Because I said,
yeah, you're right.
I said it in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? And I see if you want to drop the Discord link, you can't do so at this time. But I said it in the Discord. I said, yo, as long as they just let them be, they got a future here. Like they could be the new DX. That's what I said. I wasn't talking about DX or DX move. I was talking about like the new wave, like the cool kids. Like we got to get behind this. Everybody, because that shit that they do, that hey bro, that shit's fly. It reminds me of Bad Boy. That shit is fly. And And then they came on and they just it's like when Vince comes on and tries to be cool, or like when they try to get the commentators to say every pop culture thing that's popping now. Like I felt like they tried every hip hop term to say last night, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, for sure. Thing about it is, but we knew they don't let you just do what you want to do. How many people on the roster could do that? Cena,
Me.
Roman, that's the end of the list. They made Drew corny at one point. Well, I think Big E does his thing, but he just naturally a little bit corny, but it's his thing, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
those three people: Big E, Roman Reigns, John Cena. Then nobody else could. So
Randy a little bit.
Randy don't have long promos anymore. Like he had after they burned his face, he had that little time when he was on every week on Raw. But other than that, but yeah, they do let Randy do his own shit. That's not a lie. But his shit so WWE is like.
Same thing with Edge too, yeah. They just grandfathered in. They could do what they
Who?
want.
Edge.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of sick of his promos though. So
You really forget that Randy Orton's supposed to have a person?
Edge could retire.
Damn, you said Edge could retire?
I'm done. We got Seth Rollins. We don't need Edge.
he said we already got one. We don't need to.
Hey, Kenny, like move the camera to your side. Yeah, like get JJ out.
Oh, I'm like, was this not censored? I said,
I'm tired of it. It could have been the Edge Randy feud. It could have been the Edge Drew feud.
no, the Edge Randy feud.
Somewhere down the line,
That was worse WrestleMania match.
The Edge Randy, I liked it at first, but it did draw on.
First, yeah, but then after the 18th pay-per-view they had against each other, I was just kind of done with it.
Yeah, Randy spent
And in the 30-minute fight they had,
14 months and 2 feuds.
Well,
or 45-minute fight.
first off, you can't blame Edge because WWE likes to book the same shit over and over and over. So they did what they had to do. Second off, I think the 30th match was just to prove that Edge could still go. That's what I think it was. And Edge did go.
He did, but
Yeah, you can't fuck with Edge. Edge is a legend. My man, neck surgery, his spot.
all the flowers, just, off the TV.
Now Daniel came back. Now Paige coming back. What's that look for?
He came back. All the neck injuries ain't what they used to be.
Yeah.
You don't think Paige is coming back?
Who? Nah.
See ya.
Paige is coming back.
You don't think so?
CL don't look like she believe the hype.
She tweeting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the way she been talking.
And she said something about January or some shit like that.
I don't know. She talking spicy though.
I don't know. I
Royal
watch her
Rumble.
Twitches.
Royal
When I
Rumble.
try to get it, I don't know. Mm-mm.
She can come back from Buddy from New Japan. I just did like something real short.
Or come back as a
Well,
manager.
and be a manager again.
Whoa, don't disrespect Paige because she fly.
Oh no, I love Paige, but
I'm not saying love.
Nah, man. I think we might see a Royal Rumble entrance. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, whose phone going off like they know he's supposed to be on vibrate right now?
Yeah, okay. You knew that was not my side. My phone almost never on ring.
I'm about to be like Vince. Let me set the instructions and rules.
So regarding Hit Row, that post that you sent earlier in the group chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with it? For everybody that don't know, all right, let me just read it real quick, right? Who even said this quote?
His name is on there. Some coach.
Oh, Mansell said it. Okay. So regarding Hit Row, it says, I don't like them. I just think they're dependent on the rap to get them there and not in the ring. But we're in a wrestling business. You know, you're in a rap business or you're in the wrestling business. They're good at rap. So with that being said, do you think Hit Row is too involved in the rap business as opposed into the wrestling business?
I mean, no shade. I said it in the beginning. I think they just tried OD to be cool. Like, let's not. I mean, we're going to offend somebody when I say this, but let's not act like we're not the culture movers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always move the culture. So if you're already part of that squad that innovates, like, why'd you have to OD on it? Like, if they would have just came out with the head roll, came out, did a little nice, like, swag shit, then came in the ring and, like, destroyed those jobbers, it would have been like, okay, these dudes is for real. But they came in, they gave me, like, a promo with, like, every hot verb out right now. Drip. What else did they say? Like, they said pretty much every single thing. And it just felt like when Vince comes on or when he tries
People don't talk like that.
No, people don't. There you go. Simon Miller. People don't talk like that.
Yeah.
So you don't think that they could have the Uso effect? Remember when Usos first came out, you know, they were doing their Samoan war chants and everything like that to come down to the ring. So they embraced their Samoan heritage and then they kind of evolved and left that
No, I don't think that.
behind on the mic and then just kind of transcended. You don't think they could do that?
No,
I think
personally, I think they could bounce back. My bad, JJ. I think they could bounce back. I think it was just Vince saying, "You know what to do. Like go out there and just turn it up. Say every word."
Everybody's got a Vince voice. That's the funniest.
Everybody do. It's only right.
So, in my personal opinion, and then you can go next, JJ. I think they can definitely bounce back. I just think that someone behind closed doors was like, "Yo, turn it up. Like whatever's popping out right now, say every single thing you can say."
Maybe somebody else wrote their script for them. Maybe that's the problem.
I think what it's supposed to be is I noticed how Mark said he like his shit done. Like, tell me what you want me to sell. Tell me what certain points you want me to say, and I'll get them in there. That should be it. Just tell them get that shit off the dome. But if you start writing, 3, 4, 5 pages, you get this line, you gotta hop in here, and it's not authentic. Then you're like, but as far as like too much into the rap thing, it's like it's not like they just doing it and they can't go in the ring. Because people are like, oh, they can go individually, they can all wrestle. So it's like, let's put a little bit, because we've been talking about this with WWE. We're getting too much of the backstage shit. We too much promo time.
Mm-hmm.
We need more ring time, and they can go, and they're a faction. Let them go.
No, I get it, but the debut wasn't great.
It wasn't. That's the thing. Like that's crazy because any old jobbers.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it should have been.
Did they have a match or did they just talk?
Yeah, they did.
They had a match.
They had a match, and it just wasn't great. They were fighting jobbers.
Match against
Jobbers.
Oh.
Like, the local talent, literally, like the local talent.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
Not even the named kind.
That means that they don't believe yet in their ability. They believe in their ability on the mic, but they don't believe in their ability in the ring yet. Because why have them go against jobbers for their debut? If you believe in somebody, you will be like, all right, cool. You coming out the gate, you good on the mic, go against, whomever. There.
I mean, for real, what tag teams are left?
That's part of the problem. Big part of the problem. That's what I was gonna say. Another thing is they can do the way they used to do it. You did a debut against somebody big. Then you had 1, 2, 3, 4 jobbers in between. Your record looks good. You haven't lost in this long, blah, blah, blah. And then bam, they give you another important feud. And that's how you're supposed to build characters when you use jobbers. At least that's how they used to do it. But I feel like the last couple times, like every time you see jobbers in the WWE ring, they're not being used like the way they used to be used. Like at the beginning of the pandemic, I understood. Like it's like, okay, well, it's all we got. But now it's like, nah.
The crazy thing is jobbers are actually getting their shit in now.
Yeah. They're getting a little clout. I've seen a couple jobbers do the dollar. Even at the AEW, like the local talent, like obviously they're not winning or doing anything great against the actual talent. But the way they sell, the way they they're taking hits, even stiff hits that some of the actual pros are hitting them with. They're making it sound. I'm thinking these are guys that like that the owners gotta see and be like, you know what? We could plug this guy.
Yeah, keep an eye on him type shit. Yeah.
Every time we come in town, make sure he gets some shine. And some of them they walk into the crowd and the crowd goes crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot wrong with their debut. Like the promo was trash to me. The fight that you gave the jobbers was horrible. You didn't really have anybody to fight because you're not fighting the Usos. I think Dirty Dogs are over there, which might have been okay, but they didn't give them. Other than that, I don't really know, to be honest.
They stayed on Smackdown?
I really don't know what tag teams are. Like they threw me off with the whole draft, and then people changed after the draft shit. So, like I said in the group chat, I wasn't even trying to be funny. I don't know where anybody's at.
No, me either.
We'll know.
I'm literally trying to pull it up now. Like I'm literally trying to pull up. Here we go.
So what CL asked earlier. I like the Usos when they were doing the Samoan stuff. Like I feel like the Usos were over, for literally every part of their career. So like I don't think it's the same thing you can compare because Usos just transformed because eventually it got stale. Heroes.
Actually, that's not why they transformed. They never wanted to do the face paint. They always wanted to be who they are now. They said Vince told them.
Well, I like it better now, in my opinion. But like I said, I love the Samoans too, though. It was great. Heroes starting out like how like probably as bad as how the Rock started out. Not to compare them to the Rock, but they
Yeah,
can come back
yeah.
because if the Rock came back from the abyss,
Yeah, Rocky died literally.
Rocky was horrendous.
Yeah.
Like this was worse than Roman at one point, and I look at Roman now too. Like you could come back from stuff. It's not like
You
Chan said. They definitely have the mic skills to come back. They just gotta not be given this padded script of TikTok and Instagram.
Facts.
What up, gamer? Yeah, bet.
What was that? That tag team was that Drew was a part of? Was it MLB? Or was it?
One man, no.
What
Three MB.
was?
3-man band.
Yeah, them. Yeah, that's how they gonna start off.
Oh my god.
You know what made it worse?
A jobber stable. That's wild.
This is what made it worse, and it'll be a good segue. For one, you guys start off with your tweets talking about, yo, y'all stop popping all that shit. Like nothing's gonna change us. We still gonna be the same. We still gonna be nice. And your debut wasn't. That's the first thing. And the second all is you're making a diss track to the Young Bucks.
Yo,
like, now you don't even look credible to talk
but then
about.
tried to hype it up. Like my friends at AEW said that everything I said was accurate.
You have no friends at AEW.
Like,
Who are they?
Like that it screams desperate. It screams desperate. Like, oh, look at me. Just I didn't like it. It's making me not like them. And I was actually rooting for them. I was rooting for them. You said you weren't?
I was.
Oh yeah.
I was.
Yes, it's making me not like them, and not in a heat way.
It's crazy. They kind of been rushed through everything though. They kind of rushed them through NXT. This debut, they you see what I'm saying? Like they took the belt off Buddy. It was all rush. Like it's like we know they debut and that's cool. They got drafted. That's cool. That don't mean like
because
too much too soon.
They did the draft and they're like, oh, we ain't got no more tag teams. All right,
still don't got no tag teams.
Let's get them up. Wait,
don't.
Let's start putting tag teams up here.
I think we should talk about that a little bit. I think the tag team division is like for dead. Like we've been talking about like the booking being bad, but at least there was teams that existed. Now both the women's and men, there's very limited amount of teams, and the booking was already terrible for that. I think tag team wrestling in WWE is dead.
You know they already split them up, right?
Who?
Hero. They made Buddy a single star.
What?
They're pushing him as a single dude.
Yeah, see?
Dollar? Yep.
Oh Lord, him of all people?
I'm saying Dollar the one getting this. Nah, fuck. Maybe the tweets did work. the tweets did what they were supposed to do for him.
But you know why? He's the biggest one.
Yeah.
You know how much Vince loves his big men. He loves to, so he loves his big man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, that's so
annoying. D-tackle.
So annoying. I'm not thrilled with that, honestly.
Yep. And then we're already talking about splitting up Street Profits, who haven't even really got a run.
Nah, we've only ever
seen the
Usos.
The thing is, again, that's because there's no more tag team wrestling. That's the thing. Like, it's not like they didn't, because they had the Raw tag team belts for a hot minute. It's just the feuds they were in were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, just let the Usos unify the tag team.
Yeah, you one belt, man,
and then retire it. And then retire it.
And then and then you could, like, since Raw is longer, just keep tag team wrestling on Raw. Some shit like that, like block it out for a certain amount of time. Like, I don't know, bro. Tag team wrestling shouldn't be dying like this.
So you know what comes from this. So when there's a lack of tag teams, now he's gonna start looking at a board and like, okay, let me put this person with this one. Thinking about it.
Yep.
That works. Like two random people that should probably never ever work together. That's what he's gonna start doing. And then all the women are eventually gonna be tag team, because remember, we had that at one point. All the women were either tag team or factions, and the only people that were singles was essentially Becky, Charlotte, Bailey. Like, they were the only singles. Everybody else was teamed up.
Yo,
yeah,
we're not there yet, but the more this shit starts to go, I think Charlotte's gonna leave. She's looking more and more frustrated.
I don't know, boss.
I don't know about that.
She's looking more and more frustrated being there.
I don't know. I'm
But,
on the fence.
So
Then my man Andrade talking about FU WWE.
Ha! I saw that.
he might have been saying fun, but then he misspelled it.
No, okay.
That's gonna make it very uncomfortable for him because you know how Vince is. Vince is real petty. That's gonna make it crazy for her. The dad should already probably made it a little more rough for her.
Oh yeah, Charlotte's gonna do drop next week. Watch.
Oh my god.
I don't see Vince rocking a boat at all with Charlotte. It's certain people that he knows he could get away with doing certain stuff to. I don't see him doing that to Charlotte. Sure, he did that to Lana, of course, but I don't see him doing that at all to Charlotte. I think at the end of the day, he's like, she could still go, and that's one of my big money makers. I don't want to test that water. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to see Charlotte in AEW.
Yeah, I think that right there,
like that now.
that will cause that man to have a stroke.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
That's an ultimate game changer.
What, like?
Imagine Charlotte versus Doctor, the Bunch. Well, there's a couple dream matches that we could have over there too, and Charlotte can make it happen.
Yep. And they need a better women's division. Well, excuse me, they need a stronger women's division.
Facts.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
But regarding Charlotte and her backstage heat with Becky last night, because that was wild. All because, what was it? Becky dropped the belt and Charlotte got offended. No.
So what happened was, I didn't even mean to say no like that. My bad. From what I read, because it was mad aggressive. From what I read was that before that segment had started, Charlotte was talking about that they were initially going to like switch the belts, and she didn't want to come off as weak, and she didn't want her title reign to look weak. So that's how it initially started. So then when they were going to do the whole belt switch shit, that's why I told you she let her getting frustrated, because that's when you just start doing whatever. So then when they went to go do it, you saw Becky trying to get the belt, and Charlotte threw it on the mat.
Yeah.
And then when she threw it on the mat, she picked it up, whatever, gave it to old girl, and then Becky got pissed off, so she threw the shit at Charlotte. And then that's when Sasha came out, of course, to save the day. And then when they went backstage, they had a couple of words back there like they wasn't fucking with it.
Here's the thing, right? A lot of people saying that shit was cringy. I didn't realize it was a shoot at first, but a lot of people saying it was cringy because Sonya's in there. She's always like, "Oh, pick up the bell, Charlotte." You can see it looked like it could have been a little gimmicky, but whether it was a shoot or not, a lot of people say it was cringy. But honestly, I think it was better than last year during this time when the New Day and Street Profits switched belts. That shit was so corny. Like, it made no sense. So I think this segment, whether it was a shoot or it was a work, better than something like that. I think belt swapping is stupid.
Yeah, they should just come out with it.
Right. Or like if you're gonna do something. Like as soon it should have started at Crown Jewel. Like they should have started a feud then. Like, okay, like, but who said I wanted to give up my belt? Like, this is my belt. Like, this is just because I'm not on that show. So what? Do something about it. You want the belt? Fight me. Make it worth it. Like, okay, you could have did a little something. That was just, I don't know. I get Charlotte's frustrations because it's the same frustrations I have. But not like I still don't see her leaving. If anything, I see her taking another extended ass vacation. Like she about to go get her tits redone or something and be out for like 6 months. And then
Yo, like let's keep it 100. Like, first off, let me welcome Mike to the program.
Hey, I know y'all not playing no football.
It's
Hope y'all
camera.
playing soccer.
We can see Mike.
What up, Mike?
Until I hit the bench. But hey, I know y'all not playing football.
Nah, sir.
Okay.
Not today.
So aggressive.
My man came on the rest of the podcast to talk about football.
No. I just had to make sure they
wasn't. This is our podcast, brother.
Because I just had to make sure they wasn't betraying.
He wanted to assault us. You saw the anger in his eyes. That's crazy. I'm out here threatening people.
Hey, nah, because I.
Hey, so hold on, real quick, for Mike.
Go.
Andy, you're true. They do need more time because they get like 2 minutes per match. I mean, it's already established that Vince don't give a shit about them, so everyone already knows that.
The women.
He gives the women, so he gives them the minimum that they can get. So they definitely need longer time, but Vince doesn't give a shit. So we'll see when that happens. The Jersey Stunner, they keep trying to put Becky corny ass over. I'm gonna have to disagree because we love the 2 belts, but They do
Who
want
does?
Becky to be over right now.
Nah, but he's
Why
right.
you like the man that ain't nice?
They are forcing Becky on us. Remember what they did to Roman?
Yeah.
When Roman left the shoe and then they kept like forcing Roman on people and then it made them not like Roman. Realistically, that's what made people not like Roman. Is because of the fact that they
My
kept
man, meet the
forcing
mic.
him
Did
on
you
us.
hear him clanging banging?
It was
I'm so sorry. My bad.
we didn't mind
Hold on, give me a
Roman
second.
as a wrestler, as a talent, as a person, but it was the fact that they kept trying to force him on us that we were like, damn, can we like have
They did it with Charlotte too,
for a
but it wasn't
second?
as bad with Charlotte because she was a heel.
Yeah,
Right.
I hate
But
it.
we're over Charlotte too, right? Or am I the only one?
No, I love Charlotte. I'm always gonna love Charlotte, but that's the thing I was gonna say before you came in to talk about football.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man.
I think that
Clinks.
I could actually see either Charlotte taking a break, like you said, or leaving. What more does she have to do in WWE? Like, what more? She's already, unless she's going for her dad's record, she's already won that shit like what, 12 times or 10 times, some shit like that. She don't need it no more. She's had the tag team. She's had the Divas Championship. Like, there's nothing more, especially with the lack of talent in WWE. What else could she do in WWE?
Yeah, she's never gonna reach that next level of stardom. Just running through the same cast of extras over and over and over again.
Facts.
Damn, extras.
Unless
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even clean that up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah. But he's right though. Like even with Andy's comment about Liv Morgan, I love Liv. I think she's fly as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they've done it so dirty. Like I don't really care.
They can't build nobody else. Like they're like it's like they have a cap of how many women stars they can have at a time, and they're at that cap. They can't build
Like,
nobody else.
It looks like for a minute they were gonna try to do something with Liv when she was doing the whole shit with what's her face, Carmella and Zelina.
And they did that again, and then
they just killed her again. So it's like, just leave her alone. Like it's
Paul
over.
tries to help her. He tries his best, and it's not her that's the issue. Obviously, it's booking. They don't know what direction. And the thing is, they have gold. She's good. She's good. She can act like she could be, dare I say, another version of Alexa Bliss, where Alexa Bliss had a rough start at first and then eventually just kept pushing through and she was able to get past that. But it's like Liv, for whatever reason, they're not allowing her to get past a certain thing. They just keep her on TV enough to make us be like, oh, well, there's Liv. And then they pull her away.
You know where they messed up? Fuck with me, Andy. This is about to get real right here. Is one, I believe she was originally supposed to be what Alexa Bliss was, and they took that from her. That's one. Two, her and Carmella were the same character. Because they were both cheerleading. They both sneakerheads. They were both from Jersey. They had the same gimmick, but they gave it to Carmella and let her run with it, and that left Liv like in the back, like what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then they just dropped her. Oh, and then Liv was fucking with Enzo, and then Liv was fucking with Tyler Bates, and I'm pretty sure that didn't help.
I think what really messed up was the whole Riot Squad thing. I think when the Riot Squad like depleted, it left her in this window, like this creative list like window. So even when they first brought her back, she still seemed like it could work. Like it still seemed like, whatever they're gonna do for her could work. Honestly, it really comes down to her booking. Like they didn't give her a chance to do anything other than just fight against Carmella. And then they didn't take that story anywhere.
What they should have did is they should have let her win Queen of the Ring. Because if Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring is supposed to be a build-up, that's what should have happened. Because what's Selena going to do with it?
The thing about it is, though, one of the things about that is, and this is part of the reason why I have a problem with Xavier Woods actually winning, even though everyone's like, oh, who else we could have seen? Hey, you gonna see why? It's not for your type of reasons. Originally, and
it'll always be my type of reason.
Historically and recently, the King of the Ring and Queen's Crown. Well, Queen's Crown is new, but King of the Ring is a villain gimmick. It's a heel gimmick. Corbin, Shinsuke before who was it before? Vicious. Like look at what's up, people. It was always a heel.
Mhm.
Giving it to Xavier Woods is a babyface.
It was
Doesn't make
King
sense.
Booker, it was Sheamus,
And that's
it was,
why it shouldn't have been
Baron
lived.
Corbin.
What
No,
you
but
said,
it's-
Mike, about Corbin?
He said Sheamus, and then Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
He was looking for the name before Corbin. Like it was Sheamus. It was
Yeah,
like King
all
Booker.
heel.
It was Sheamus who I think brought it back. Then it was Corbin.
King Booker, heels.
That's why I
Yeah,
also
all heels.
that's why I also told you I believe that they should have kept Kofi in there and they should have let Xavier turn heel.
I don't think they
Okay,
need to
then-
do that though. I don't think he should
do
keep
that.
winning. I think it, like I don't know if that's what you was talking about, Kenny, but I think that the dynamic that a face does bring to it makes it fresh. You asked a question, what is Zelina going to do with it? Is really up to what creative is going to do with what creative plan was for Queen's Crown anyway.
But face doing it is whack. Nobody likes it. Everyone knows.
This is our
Everyone knows
first time
kings
seeing
are dickheads. Kings are dickheads. No one likes a smooth, nice king.
All right, but
What about King
what if
James?
this is the power going to Xavier's head, and then he turns on Kofi?
You see why I can't do this? You know what? I legitimately thought last night he was gonna turn heel. He fucked me over. Because he said he was talking to the crowd and he said, but you know what? And I said, oh shit, everybody say, I don't give a fuck about y'all. And he said, oh, you guys are part of the kingdom. And I was like, come on, bro.
He said,
But-
Kill that
dead.
shit.
James, not everybody needs to be a heel, man. Like it's okay, they can have faces.
Man, they can't book baby faces, so yes, everyone should be a heel.
Exactly.
Book the baby faces, goddamn. Name them.
Didn't
Give me
make
the
no
good baby
sense.
face that we all strive to believe in on WWE TV, please.
They don't need to book a face as someone who is holding the king or queen crown. That's why Zelina Vega has it. Also because they need to give her a little something as an incentive. Like, oh crap, your husband's on AEW. We did ask you to come back after we fired you. Here you go. So that was her.
That I agree with.
But of course, of all people to have it, she makes sense as to have
You
that
mean
crown.
after Dewdrop beat Shayna?
Yo,
That-
first of all, think about Doudrop
yeah.
is the fact that she had a previous character on WWE literally TV at Piper Niven in NXT UK, and she was a fire monster, and now
Sure
she's
was.
It was not her
Doudrop.
fault.
I
It
don't
was not her
understand, bro. Why they change her gimmick? Like even if they didn't even acknowledge she came from NXT UK. Like I don't understand. This that might be actually the worst call up
NXT doesn't count.
recently.
You know what?
It's not in NXT it's like a different universe. It's part of the multiverse of wrestling. It's not.
Okay,
it's not-
even if I accept that,
to Rhea
it's not like they
Ripley.
gave her a good gimmick. They gave it like nah,
Right,
nah.
they didn't do that to Rhea Ripley. Let's not forget that she did hold the NXT UK
Yeah.
Women's Championship at one point. They didn't
But
do
then
that
they put
to
her on
Tony Stark,
NXT, so I think
even though
I don't know. It makes no sense. It's like NXT UK is kind of NXT's developmental sometimes. Like they don't usually put them straight to the main roster. So
You guys are right there because I didn't know about her previous NXT UK shit.
oh yeah, she was one of their biggest champions, like longest reigning champions, and she was a killer.
And
Yep.
the way she came up with that name was corny as fuck.
Yeah,
Doudrop.
it wasn't it. There's a lot of
Like-
It
things,
makes me think-
but that wasn't it.
remember,
The office that said, "Yo, Dewdrop, bro."
y'all remember that soda? Was it Sundrop? With the girl and she was dancing and she was just like twerking, working out, like walking down the street. Y'all remember that?
Oh,
No.
they talking about the knockoff of 7-Up or something.
Yep. And she had like the green shirt and she was like a little white girl. And every time she would take a sip, she would just start twerking, walking down the street.
It's not ringing any bells, but I'm finna look it up.
I'm glad I don't.
Yo,
It sound like some
Yo, I
wild
know
shit.
exactly
it's an
what you're talking
old
about.
commercial. Like I remember
Yeah.
when I was like in high school, like or maybe younger than
That was Sierra Mist though.
No, it wasn't.
That was Sprite. What mine do?
It was a knockoff.
I think it was Sierra Mist.
No,
Oh.
it was. I think it was called Sundrop. She had a green
You
shirt
sure?
on.
There is a Sundrop drink, yes.
Yeah,
I always thought
and
that was like Sierra Mist commercial. It's the Mandela effect. I promise you. That's
Probably.
look, because they still sell it. I actually saw it in Target like last week.
That must be in New York.
But it's
I'm
like,
in North Carolina now, sir.
Oh,
I said, legit wise, he was like, "Yo, Dewdrop." That's that fire name.
Yeah, that's terrible. Not,
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
have
look
fought
at it this
it.
way. Imagine the other names that they were choosing from.
Oh no.
Right, like how was that the best one? What
What-
other names?
What else
imagine
was
the-
said?
Imagine the other names, and then now it's not as bad. You know,
Bro.
like imagine how bad it could have been.
They probably called her the Hefty Express, like some
Something like
other
that.
shit, like
So yeah, Vince probably took one look at her and said, "You know what? We're gonna call you Husky."
Like you're gonna
Alright.
be Husky Harris's sister.
There you
We
go.
know he's gone, but you
Huskina.
know,
Think about how bad it could have been. If you, all right, I'm sure someone tapped Vince and said lawsuits. Lawsuits.
You know, it does like Kenny got a robe on.
yeah.
I do.
See, told you.
Yo,
Man
but
got his chain. He on his Diddy shit right now.
all right, so let's segue to Crown Jewel. But before we segue real quick, what was I gonna say? What's that dude's name? Rich Holland?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, he's gonna get the strap real soon.
Think so?
Oh,
I mean, he was on the way to it before, and then he broke his leg.
That's Vince's guy. That's a Vince guy.
Yeah, I guess.
I can tell he's gonna get pushed really quick. But anywho, so who wants to start off with Crown Jewel and how it was actually a pretty good pay-per-view except the one match. But see,
I mean,
how
y'all was
definitely
on this one.
So I was forced to watch it. However,
oh, you were forced to do homework? My bad. Go ahead.
I was forced to watch it. However, it wasn't terrible. For
It was
it
good.
to be
Come on, now.
a glorified house show, it
Oh,
was
what?
not terrible. Like it was. It may be because
Hey, there is something to say about that though. Like house shows do be fire. Like if you put it that's kind of like there's something to that. There's a little bit of magic to that, but it's still shots fired, and you know it. I just want.
I'm just saying
It was
it
pretty
actually it wasn't that bad.
I know
I
what
was
you're
like, okay.
It was good.
Why can't you say it's good?
See, yeah,
I'm gonna figure out.
our house shows,
Weird.
hey, the people that go to house shows, because I only been to one in Miami. The house shows, do they have anything to do with Vince?
No, it's just matches.
That's
Literally,
probably
it's just matches.
why they fire.
All ring.
Because they get to just go do whatever the fuck they want to do.
You might catch like
Ring, no stink.
one or two promos, not really, depending on what's going on. Champions come out like champions do still, but other than that, you just wrestle anybody.
Hey, come on, get on the mic. I'm gonna kick your ass, and they start fighting.
Yeah, talk shit about the city you in. If you're a heel,
Heel comes out.
Yeah.
Look at all these fat slobs in the front
Yo.
row.
Let's just get the whack match out the way first, so we get to the good stuff. I didn't.
You talking about Goldberg?
Yes. Like I get when Mike said what he said, I can understand it. Like with Goldberg, you just every
No, I'm trying to get him credit.
he's gotta
No, I'm
get
trying to get him credit. Yeah, I'm trying to get him credit.
you gotta get thrown away. Any Goldberg match, you just gotta believe he's a superhero and nothing.
and increase your health insurance coverage.
Because
But that's only if
like I
only
said,
if his son is in danger.
Mike, can I go?
stop it.
There's that.
Mike, can I go?
Stop.
I mean, that's the only way to explain it.
His son was in danger. How long did it take him to defend his son? This was what, a pay-per-view a month ago? Nah,
Bro, when you plot murder, you just can't go out there and just shoot somebody on live TV.
Hold
You
on.
gotta be strategic.
Hey, a person as dangerous as he in the ring shouldn't be talking about murdering people. That should not be part of his promo. You can actually kill somebody. He
Let me tell
should
you
not
something.
be the person saying that.
Let me tell you my point, because y'all
Hey, when you took him up for that jackhammer, I'm like, oh, he dead. Like,
Mike,
he's gonna kill him for real.
Can I go, Mike? First off, you endangered his son. My man's took a week and a half off to come back and say, "Oh, I'm mad that you hurt my son." Second of all, you hurt his son. Seth showed up at Edge's house, so Goldberg didn't want to do the same thing.
I was just gonna make the same exact point.
He ain't want to.
He would have pulled up to Bobby Lashley's hotel room and beat him with the damn food tray, with the decorative soaps. He would have made him eat lotion.
Soaps.
He would have hit him with all kinds of moves. And Seth Rollins did it right. Goldberg's like, you know what? This finna make me some money. That's all I got from it.
Yo, this is the credit I'm gonna give. Take away the chair spot. It was a decent match.
Yes.
Wasn't bad.
It was probably Goldberg's best match
Yes.
since he has returned.
Yeah. So if you ever watch
1980.
this Goldberg, if you ever watch this Goldberg, because for some reason we have beef all of a sudden because you don't return my shit no more. It's all good. I'm not shitting on you as my mic. Come on, B. I'm not shitting on you as a performer. I'm just saying if you're gonna sell that my man stomped on your ankle, which we've seen that take people out literally for weeks and months once your ankle is shattered. But you legitimately got back up and speared my man over and over, then lifted his 300 and something pound butt in the air for about 8 seconds.
275.
For 8 seconds on a shattered ankle with a jackhammer, hit it perfectly with nothing going wrong with your ankle, then speared him outside. Then after the match was over, then you were limping again.
It was the rage. It was the rage. He was just so upset and thinking about his son.
No, we're talking about the same person who gave himself a concussion in his pre-match door headbutt.
I will never forget that.
You know, Ronnie, we could also say that might have just been the only concussion they caught. Because the man hit his head against walls and doors and all types of stuff plenty of times.
That was the only spot that he actually sold right.
Undertaker was pissed though.
Oh yeah, he was. Because he almost died.
Pissed.
Y'all
Let's kill that man. That's why
So-
he's putting I'm murder people in the promo.
He almost died. His career could have been like for real over. And 3, say what you want, but in some people's mind, that was a dream match, and it looked shitty.
All right, so if you had to rate Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley from like A being the highest to like an F.
C+.
Mine, take away the chair shot. I mean, take away the chair promo.
A being like a Goldberg high or like a
A being high.
I don't know.
Like, are we taking out the chair spot?
Why are we taking it out? It's part of the match.
If the chair spot,
everything.
F.
C+.
F.
Damn, an F.
Because it's unbelievable.
Okay.
If I go out here right now, chase my dog, tweak my ankle, I'm not lifting no 355-pound man in the air because my shit is fucked up. My man had a chair on his ankle and smacked.
Wait, Chance. I'm gonna tell you how that's not entirely true. Because if you go and you mess your ankle right, there's somebody come and punch your son in the face. That ankle, man, you gonna be ready.
No, I'm gonna be limping.
No. I'm
gonna be limping and crawling the way OBJ was.
No, Chance, you can push through pain through adrenaline. You really can.
Well, I guess
you'll be surprised. Like you'll
look
be
at
surprised.
that. You made them leave on you.
But Chance of F though, like that mean the match wasn't good at all. I get it's not believable, but if you do kind of use like the story quote unquote that I tried to put out, like it does make sense.
Because I told you, I said I can't do it.
I know because they don't tell stories like that, but I get you. But they really don't tell stories like that.
I can't believe it. If you take away the chair spot, I'll give it a C-.
I give it a C+ like throughout the entirety, including the chair spot, because I try to look at it in that way, which is try to put the story behind it. He was so, he thought he was losing everything. Like, he got beat up, like he couldn't for his son. He wanted to fight. Now Goldberg didn't display none of that, but I'm trying to look at it that way from a story perspective. I know I probably shouldn't, but
so y'all not gonna like this, but I would actually, if I had to give it anything, I would give it a B-. Here's why.
Well, I gave it a C+, so we like around the same.
Yeah, we ain't too far off. And the only real reason why is solely because this is the best that we've seen Goldberg.
So
it was a longer match for him.
It's by default.
It was a longer match for him. We didn't just see, him doing maybe 2 moves and then that was the end of the match. We saw him actually going. So maybe in past experiences, it's just been who he's been going against, or maybe it's just been a comfort level. It looks like he felt comfortable with Bobby. Like he felt like he could trust him.
So
and maybe that's why, like the chemistry happened. So for me, for just looking at Goldberg's previous matches that we've seen in the more recent times, I would definitely give him a B-. Or
I think you got to give Bobby that credit though.
No,
Bobby.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Bobby has excellent. Like he's excellent inside the inside the ring as a powerhouse. Go ahead, Chance. Go ahead.
You don't give credit because your shit was whack before. Just like you don't give credit to baby for being a father.
It's a slanted scale that you use. Yeah.
No,
That's why JJ asked you, and that's why he asked without the chair shot, because you basically use a slanted scale, a curved scale. Like everybody got an F in class, and then you said, you know what? The scale is like 60%. So that's what you did.
Listen, I still think that he at least gets a B minus for that match solely.
that's why I hated they did the chair spot. Because if they didn't, I would have actually been like proud of Goldberg. Like, oh, you really came to work. Like
You just hate how extreme it was, right? Because they put so much emphasis on the chair, like it's supposed to be debilitating.
no, they
And
made it like a legit TV show. Like
that's true.
Shit was unbelievable. Like, how do you come back from it from your ankle being shattered? Had that been an AEW, they would have sold that shit all the way through.
But Goldberg came. So too. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I can't even disagree with anything what you just said. But I just try to look at it, like I told you, put it in that perspective. Again, Goldberg should have played it off more. Like he should have been, like talking to himself, like for my son, like thinking, like he should have, like from an acting perspective, he should have been thinking. So at the very least, it could seem like that's what he was doing. Like his ankle, he fought through the pain. And he should have felt when he was trying to do the jackhammer, like all of that stuff. So yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So then, of course, with Bobby Lashley, the other match that we had was Hurt Business versus the Usos.
Man, that joke's confusing me.
Hold on, because that's another
thing. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's another thing about Bobby Lashley. He was a dominant champion, now he's not.
Chance, get him I would say get him like
no
a chance, because Vince do love Bobby though.
No.
Why are you so damn aggressive? No.
Vince love Bobby though.
He was super dominant. Now he's back to getting crushed by an old man whose ankle was.
Wait, Saudi doesn't count like that though. Remember, it's like it's an alternate universe.
Yes.
Saudi does not count like that.
That's not why I don't like the WWE, because they play with my intelligence.
They do. No, absolutely. They do a lot.
I'm supposed to believe this didn't happen.
Yes.
Just like Cross was on NXT with the NXT Championship, a beast came to Raw, got beat by Jeff Hardy.
But now you see where my frustration
who Jeff Hardy got beat by Austin Theory, who supposedly we don't know who he is. Make it make sense. The most dominant dude got beat by Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy gets beat by a dude we don't know.
Wait. You're doing too much. You're connecting too much. You use too much body.
It don't make sense.
Stop it.
Vince about to smack guys, so
look at it as Expendables. Do you like Expendables?
No, I don't actually.
All right. Look at it as the Fast and the Furious. You got like the Fast and the Furious, right? They slingshot cars. Just look at it like that. They slingshot cars.
No,
that's what this is. That's what Trap just Wusa.
The Rock jump out the window in that movie.
And he held 2 helicopters, but in real life, I believe The Rock can hold 2 helicopters. So
I believe that more than Vince. Is it Vince? Is his name Vince? What's the hell is his name? Vin Diesel. Jumping out of a car, flying all the way to the top of another. Yeah.
Catch a lady. Oh, that jump threw me. Like I was in the movies, but I've seen every Fast and Furious.
Let's just pretend. Let's pretend that happened, right? Like it happened in real life. Like it was real. Like it could happen. All right, cool. How old would you say Vin is in that movie? Like
he had to
character-wise.
How in real life? Like I mean, on the movie wise.
Like in the movie, that's like 30 something.
In the movie, yeah, I guess he's about 35, 40 maybe.
Nothing happened to his back.
And in real life, even older. So
I'm 41. If I roll over the bed wrong, my back gonna hurt.
Bruh, how you telling? Bruh, it take me time. Like we played tackle, and it takes me longer to recover. And I'm not even 41 yet. You get me? It's just how you can tell that your body is changing.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't make no sense.
Usos are Hurt Business. We can talk about it if you want. I skipped that. Like it didn't make sense to me.
I tried to skip it. I tried to skip it, but I couldn't because it was no story behind it.
I mean, I watched it, but to me, it just didn't make any sense. So I didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a story behind it. Yeah, and I tried to skip it, but I couldn't. So it was good.
Have Bobby out there with him.
So again.
I watched it.
No, it was a good match. I watched it too.
Yeah, it was. I actually more so liked the fact that it was something that we don't normally see. So for me, it was like, finally, we can see people go against each other that we haven't seen go against each other for obvious reasons. And so for like, in that standpoint, it was cool. Other than that, you just have to look at it as a glorified house show.
No, why did you put them together?
Who Hurt Business?
Why'd you put them back together?
Oh, they needed to be.
For what?
They should have been taken apart.
Yeah, but for what? They didn't do shit with Bobby. Bobby didn't
But
do
that
shit.
doesn't work. You can't break the vase. You can't break the vase, put it back together, and expect it to look the same. So that's why Chance is pissed. So they haven't quite used them the right way. You give me like Bobby hasn't been using like Hurt Business to his advantage. He ain't been coming out there like Hurt Business running roughshod.
They came out for 3 seconds to help Bobby, who didn't help them, for 3 seconds to get destroyed by Goldberg. What is their business? They're not hurting anybody. What is their business?
The match was good though.
Sometimes they come out to help Roman. Roman don't necessarily help them, and
But
then
he has
destroyed.
Yeah, but
he stopped them from losing against the Street Profits. Remember?
That's true, but I can also believe Roman not helping them.
Why? He's the tribal chief?
No, I could believe Roman because Roman's made me believe that he could be a dickhead.
That I was just about to say that too. Roman's a jerk, so
Bobby's not. He could be like, man, I ain't fucking with y'all. Like, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, well, we're gonna keep going with the bad matches because if so, we could just go right into the women's match. I'm joking.
Right,
that was actually a good match.
Wait, no, but that Hurt Business versus Usos was really good though, Chance. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it was a good match.
Fresh. Yeah, it was fresh, like she said.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got you.
It was a good one. Well, let's kick it off with then Edge versus Seth.
Nope. Let's get over the bad match. Y'all talked about Zelina and
oh no, okay.
Okay, yeah, get the bad matches out of the way.
I told you Seth and Edge should have been last, but go ahead.
They couldn't. No title.
Fuck that. But go ahead.
That wasn't.
It's Saudi Arabia. It's a different universe. But go ahead.
I mean, the rest of the matches weren't that bad. Unless
the women's was good, right?
Yeah, the women's was good actually.
Yeah, because you were actually talking good about Becky.
See, I spoke good about everyone in that match. Even Sasha Banks. For everyone that didn't see, because you guys are not in our group chat, obviously, I spoke well of Sasha Banks. I will give credit.
Wait, let's get to the bad. We're gonna gloss over the Dewdrop and is it Dewdrop and Zelina? That's what it was.
Okay. So yeah, if we want to go into the Dewdrop versus Zelina.
Yeah, all the bad news first. Yeah.
I didn't all the bad news first.
The big dog.
I didn't think it was a bad match. It was just, it appeared like, okay, we already know who's going to win. Just go out there and do something.
I actually didn't know who was going to win.
Oh, you winning fresh?
I told you. I was going to let her beat Shayna, which would never
okay. Yeah.
Would never happen. I was like,
they built her up enough for you to realize.
You drop win?
Oh, okay.
I told you they wanted to let Zelina go over or give her something back. They should have let Zayna beat Dewdrop and let Zelina go over Shayna because that would have been a bigger push.
No, that's a better without a shadow of a doubt. That would have been different. There's been two hills, that would have been cool.
Because when Shayna's doing correctly,
but you said
she's a beast. So if Zelina beat a beast, it's like, oh shit, like you really beat Shayna?
And her next step for sure would be the title. Like it's like, man, look, I beat Shayna, I beat so and so. Like, yeah, I'm as a queen, I'm gonna, put myself in the title picture. So who's next? So
well, clearly it seems like the king and queen's crowns are only for mic purposes.
We'll see.
Which is typically why it goes to the heels. So, in my opinion, it made sense for Zelina to have the Queen of the Ring, just because on a mic she is amazing.
Beast mode,
So
she gonna kill it,
yeah. Like she has that persona, she has that ego. I mean, who knows? We might see a Queen versus Queen match with Zelina versus Charlotte, just because she's
no.
I'm the only queen around.
Two different
here.
brands. Nah, Charlotte on SmackDown.
Right.
But going back, we could see Queen Zelina versus what's my girl name? Montez's wife. Oh my god.
Bianca.
Bianca. Mm-hmm. And she could make it look really, really good.
So don't disrespect Bianca by saying Montez's wife.
I know that was very sexist of me.
Bianca is fine.
I was being a jerk. I was being a jerk. She's more popular than Montez.
She's actually number one on the 100 list.
Right? No, she's absolutely more popular than Montez, who's I know we're gonna continue, but just so y'all know, the news that I heard about them possibly giving him a singles push that threw me off. Like, that jump made me sick.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. You weren't in here.
Oh, for real? Oh, just so I can throw my 2 cents in. It's terrible. All right.
It's definitely terrible. All right, so let's go over King Woods since we're doing the bad shit off quick.
Hey, they killed that match, man.
No, it was good, but nobody wanted King Woods to win.
Who? Have you followed people on Twitter? Everybody wanted to win.
We all won the ballot.
Ballard. I'm glad they didn't put that on him. I did not want them to do that to Ballard, dog. Nope. I'm good.
Right. Like the sheep wanted him to win just as oh, well, look, you finally have something there, buddy.
It's not because of New Day, though. It's because he pitched it. Like he's been pushing forward. That's why. It's
because of New Day. That's why everybody wanted him to win, because everybody's like, look what Kofi had. Look what Kofi had.
I think it's the other way around.
Yes, it is. She knows right, B. Because right after they did it, WWE tweeted that the New Day would be the best faction in history.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with they capitalized off of, but I think if Xavier was not pushing forward, like if he wasn't the creative like mind behind it, like, oh, we should do this, oh, we should do this, oh, we should do this. I don't think like he wasn't into existence. I don't think they would have gave it to him, because if that was the case, why not have him win King of the Ring last year instead of Baron Corbin? You get me? He pushed forward. He was like, you know what, man, it's been a dream. I want to be in it, and he kind of just gave him that.
Oh, you must be on Twitter a lot, because a lot of them do that on Twitter on a daily basis. Like it could be just a regular match, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to be in this match," and they still lose. So I don't think it had anything to do with that. Like I think he would. That.
So why not last year then?
He
gave me like
on the coattails of the New Day.
That's what made it predictable.
That's just it. That if he wasn't in a New Day, he would have probably never gotten that opportunity. And if he did, he would have been in the first bracket and would have been eliminated. Like, let's be real about it.
If he wasn't in New Day, I don't even think he'd still be in WWE.
No, he would have got released a long time ago. Like a long time ago, years ago, released. And he knows it. And because he knows it, he rides off of their success. I'm not saying that he's wrong for it. Do what you got to do to make your money, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give.
I think the fact that it was predictable, they should have made him lose.
Yep.
Exactly. The thing is, I think the overwhelming popularity was they wanted, like, people wanted Woods to win. And then the thing is,
let me ask you a question, Mike. Why don't we like WWE? Why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but what's the biggest reason?
It's because it's predictable. I think the biggest reason because they don't tell like great stories. Honestly, think about it. We don't, because we can predict things in wrestling if you pay enough attention. Right? It's execution. They don't execute right.
No, I get it, but this is what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Once Wood said that was his dream, I was like, oh, he gonna.
But to CL's point, a lot of people say that though. And
then the announcer saying it. Oh, it's been his childhood dream. I said,
no, they screwed up.
I said they're about to do the Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream has came true.
All right, to your point, they should have did, going back to the storytelling, which was have the announcers made him like, yo, he's fighting against one of the greatest, wrestlers ever in Finn Balor. Like that's what they should have did. It's his boyhood dream, but look what he has to face to get there. Like if they'd have made the ladder, like if they'd have made the climb steep, then yeah. But they put him over too much. Like, oh, it's his boyhood dream. So I agree with that.
I get that. The only thing that would have salvaged it to me, like I said, is if he would have turned heel.
Yeah. Like, and I mean, I guess there's still time, but it should have happened right out the gate. As soon as he got the crown, whatever, or in a match, he should have did something. I mean, just to compare, if you look at the way that the women's match ended with with Becky, Bianca, and Sasha, how did Becky win? In heel fashion. She went ahead and held onto the rope and pinned her, and she got the dub. I mean, we all know she was going to
But y'all assuming they wanted Xavier to turn heel. I got another picture y'all want to talk about what they should have did and making him a heel, which I want heel Balor, not Xavier. What I think should have happened, and is they should have turned New Day.
Charlotte don't give a fuck about SmackDown, but go ahead.
They should have turned New Day heel.
No, I don't
had Kofi help him win.
I don't need New Day together at all no more.
No, they need tag teams. But like, I'm okay with them breaking them up too. But at the same time, like they together, so you might as well, like have them benefit from them.
We don't need we need new tag teams.
We need first of all, we need tag teams. Period. Because when we get new tag teams, they always break them up. So
you know what? Speaking of tag teams, let's get over this dumbass Amos and AJ match.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Us, whatever.
Yo, I was
too.
like, wait, they had a match? Yes, they did.
You the whole time acting like he was a damn monster.
Oh my god, bro. Oh. No, let me tell you, the match wasn't bad because of AJ. The match wasn't bad because of AJ, Randy, and oh my gosh,
flip flops. Come on.
Oh my god, why am I having a brain fart?
Riddle?
Yeah. So
I wanted him to say it.
Matt, Riddle. Like, nah, I don't know what just happened to me just then. It was the almost thing, like the almost, Amos, whatever his name is, almost. Let me tell you something. The issue with that is they usually know how to book monsters, and for some reason they forgot everything they learned, like historically. Like WWE are amazing at booking monsters, and somehow they screwed up with this dude. It was the match was great, thankfully, because they had 3 elite people in there. But it was forgettable. Like, man, you just forgot. Like, man, like, oh yeah, they had a fight. Yeah, they had a fight. So, and they protected almost too much. So when is he gonna lose? At this point, like, who is he?
I don't ever want to see him champion of nothing.
No, he has to lose. He shouldn't be on TV. He should be a bodyguard. He should just stay quiet.
And take him back to the WWE underground.
Yeah, it's underground. So take him far underground. And I don't mind his presence. You know what I'm saying? I hate what the announcers does to it. I don't mind his presence. I don't mind him being like used as a heel bodyguard. I don't mind that stuff, but I don't know what the freak. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. That's enough. That's all.
It could have been better.
Riddle coming out on the camera was funny, and Randy's reaction was legit. Almost made it feel like he didn't know that he was coming out on the camera for real. So,
Riddle and Randy together are gold because because Riddle's always high and Randy's always a dickhead, so it's just perfect.
I don't like what they do to Riddle. They do the RVD thing to him, like, oh, he's an idiot, but because he don't have to be an idiot. By the way, when he turns on Randy, it's gonna be that much more amazing.
Yo, he's gold. Oh, Randy.
He's going to kill it once he turns on Randy. So
yeah, him coming out on a camel, that was
that's a good point though, because I think Randy's going to turn on Riddle.
Exactly, but the excellent storytelling.
If they let Riddle, that's too much belief in WWE anyway. But
no. But we've seen this happen. If they want to build a star, they'll do it. You get me? So we know, like,
Riddle, turn on Randy, but go crazy heel. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
it'd be crazy.
Because it makes too much sense. It won't happen. You guys know how that works.
Yes and no. Sometimes they do the right thing. That's not. Sometimes it happens that they do the right thing. So
sometimes.
All right, so let's go.
Yeah.
What's the next match? Is it the big dog? No, Seth. Seth and Edge.
Seth and freaking Edge. Yo, the Fountain of Youth.
Should have closed the night.
The Fountain of but sometimes you have show stealers, and that's exactly what that was.
Respect, because we're gonna talk about Roman, and that was a great match too to me. But Seth and Edge should have definitely closed.
Wholeheartedly. Everything about that match was just the showmanship of, like, okay, this is the end. Like, this was like closing the chapter on them, and I loved it. I love seeing Edge just be his full potential self. It didn't look like he was holding back. I did like seeing the fact that Edge definitely did Seth's curb stomp. I thought that was pretty cool. It was a good match.
This was a cultivation of when Mick Foley helped change Edge's career. Like, this is everything who Edge was, and to show you what Seth Rollins is. Like, if people forgot how great Seth Rollins was, all you gotta do is turn on his match.
And they did. And that's not his fault.
No.
It's booking's fault, because ever since, and it just sucks. Ever since he got with Becky, his career just went stagnant. Like, it just was like, ugh. Like, okay, Seth Rollins. So, I mean, you were cool at one point. So what? And then they tried to make it like, oh, drip guy, kind of thing. So they tried to, like, fluff it and make it a little bit better, at least appearance wise.
The Messiah gimmick was his best gimmick. They screwed up with that.
They did. They screwed up wholeheartedly, and they dropped the ball on Seth so bad, and you could tell he was fighting for his spot, for his time, just to be relevant again. And he wasn't relevant. The whole stint, he was not relevant, and it sucks because at the time that
he's
married now, or maybe fiance, wife, whatever. She was gone. So that would have been a perfect opportunity for him to be like, okay, cool. Now I can finally do and get back to where I was.
He mentioned that, by the way. Like, he mentioned the weird thing about it was, like, Becky was so over and he was not. This is on the Stone Cold podcast. Like, he was not, so he had to reinvent himself. And one of the things that he did was the championship run, the side gimmick, the title run that he had with the United States Championship. He had to reinvent himself that way. I guess he ended up fighting, but I don't know what happened. Maybe I'm confused in the timelines or whatever. But at the end of it, you're right. Like, this thing was set. Edge helped him. The match more so than the freaking what he did to his house, because I'm gonna let y'all go. But what annoyed me the most was when he went to Edge's house. He didn't do anything bad other than break in. Like, he didn't rip their picture. He didn't look at the family photo and smash it. He just all he did was bit an apple and chilled in their family room.
Well, I think because he was legitimately in
their
Edge's house.
Yeah,
so like, it wasn't like
a property thing. See, that's so stupid.
He was like legitimately in Edge's house and was like, so I'm gonna come in, but I'm gonna just like say,
yeah, because those are real drawings,
and I'm gonna eat this apple. Like,
he should have ripped that drawing up though.
But I said in the group chat, to me it was like this match. This match was reminiscent of Jericho versus HBK. It was like mirrors, like Edge and Seth mirror each other.
Let me tell you something.
And it was a hell in a cell.
I'm inclined to go off on you because you found a way to include HBK, one of the greatest of all time. But you're right. That's exactly what this was, right? Like a younger version of, like, and it was such an elite match. Like, it was, what you give it an A+, right? Like, it's.
Oh yeah, that's an A+, hands down. Yeah. Hands down. That was.
It was a heartbreak kiss for the show.
Hey, that table spot where he got, when Edge pushed him off into the cage and he fell, it was so amazing. Like, it just looked nice. So
yes.
And the thing is, when it first started, I didn't think anything of it until Ed said, "You're a light Edge," and I was like, And I started looking and thinking. I was like, they do have a lot of similarities.
In common, yes. And then that match showed it's the Mick Foley Edge thing. Like, that match showed how dark Seth can get, because Edge, he felt like Edge took a shot at him. Like, you have no idea. Like, I know the hell in the Seth does to me. Remember, he fought the Fiend. WWE obviously they couldn't mention that, but that's really what he was talking about. And I know for him, he hated it. Like, I know he
without mentioning it.
Yeah, he did it, but they didn't allow him to kind of truly capitalize off of what Edge is getting himself into. So. It didn't matter who won, actually, to be honest. Like, for me, it didn't necessarily matter who won, but they did the right thing.
Which is why I said that CL didn't like it. But I said that if I saw Edge and Seth in the tag team, woo!
Yeah, no.
That'd be crazy.
You said a tag team?
Yeah, together?
Well, but you saying no, but CL, think about it. They're on the same brand, which is stupid, but they're on the same brand. They can't keep fighting.
I just don't like tag
they could move
that
super tag. You don't like super teams?
Yeah, I don't like people that just never were together and then boom, now they're together. I don't like made up tag teams.
When you say, okay, so I get what you're saying, but think about this though. It technically, I don't even know why I'm doing this because it's going to start making me get my hopes up. I'm a very optimistic person. I'm lying. I could be pessimistic sometimes, but I'm generally optimistic, right? So, because Chance kind of got me going, which is they fought each other so much, they pushed each other to the brink. What better way than to destroy Raw than to team up with each other? And I ain't talking about Seth turning good. I'm talking about Edge turning bad.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, come on, think about that, John. Like,
I hear you. I see the potential. Man. But I hate that they have
them versus Riddle and Randy. The history.
I get it. I see the potential, right? I'm not discrediting that. My issue is the fact that they always put Seth with somebody. They always feel like
that's
Seth
true. You know what?
with someone.
Seth don't. Yeah, you're right.
You know, instead of just being on his
You're right.
own. So it's not like
You know
I don't
what?
see the beauty behind it. Of course, that would be
You're
phenomenal.
right.
RK Bro versus, you know, whatever they would call themselves kind of thing. I think that would be like chef's kiss. Maybe if they did like a random, you know, one night only dream
Okay.
match kind of thing, or like a house show kind of thing, like at Madison Square Garden. Like, okay, that would
But to
be
your point, it is people want to see it more, so I guess you just definitely have to keep them apart. But how do you keep? So my question is, we get back to the paper. You just really quick. How would you keep Seth and Edge apart right now? You got to write Edge off TV, right?
Well, this was what I was gonna say. The way I think you save Seth is Seth leaves for a little bit. Seth's got to take time off.
he left already.
Like, he's got to take time off again. Then come back as a heel and just go crazy.
Tis the season, motherfucker. He can't. We about to head into Royal Rumble season. He can't take now, especially he can't take time off. He can't go nowhere.
Well, he's
Come
got
back at the Rumble and win it.
yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go on a tear of just destroying people. For him to
I'm with you because
for him to get credit back. Because
sorry,
because technically you see Seth exactly like you just said. Only way he's popping now is if he's with somebody.
Yeah.
We don't see him turn against the Shield, Seth. Now we see him as he's
and
always
he lost, so he can't just go after Big E. So he can't just go after him.
This is true. I don't know. I don't see him taking time off right now.
Because Edge doesn't need to be a face either right now. Edge doesn't need to be a face right now.
No, he doesn't need to be. I mean, shit, he don't need to be around right now, realistically. You know, with his contract, he has like what 6 months, 6 months on, possibly 6 months off.
Yeah.
So he's about to take a little break himself, and then get ready for the road to WrestleMania.
Oh, and you know what? He can't even go against Big E right now either because they got Survivor Series coming up. So they're gonna try to boost this whole Roman versus Big E thing, which I think is extremely dumb. But
so it is, especially because once again, NXT is not in this.
Yeah.
And what it would have been a great way to bridge over. See, like we were talking about earlier about changing the draft around and changing around Survivor Series. Now it would have been perfect, right? Now if they would have included NXT again in this whole scenario, and then you would have had people from NXT looking at maybe somebody like Hit Row, like, but how y'all acting so loyal to SmackDown when y'all just got called up? Like, now you gonna fight me?
No, I mean that's a missed opportunity for sure. Yeah. Yeah,
like there's so many opportunities that could have been had, but you know.
It's not over yet though. Think about it, because Vince, now that he has total control, he might actually you don't think he respects NXT more now that he has total control?
No.
Nope, he's running it into the ground. So,
but it's already.
I don't care about anybody at NXT except Braun Breaker and Tommaso.
Braun Breaker is Rick's son, right?
Yeah, and Tommaso. And Tommaso's not leaving, so
yeah.
My God.
Nobody else I care about. Johnny Wrestling's contract is up soon, so I'm pretty sure he might be out.
Gargano?
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially with his whack ass storyline.
Well, I mean, he's gonna be out in some faction anyway because Candice is pregnant. So either way, whether he leaves WWE or he goes on a break, but you know, he's gonna be out soon anyway.
I don't care about NXT at all. Like, I'm not even checking. I don't even watch it.
I don't.
Oh no, I don't watch it either.
I don't know.
Think about it. Vince didn't have NXT. I used to watch it. Vince has NXT. I don't watch it.
In all fairness, but then you start watching it. You start watching it as soon as he got it, or towards the latter end of the, the continued drop for the ratings and stuff like that. When did you start watching?
Once you started noticing it wasn't the same.
So, are you guys gonna watch Halloween Havoc next week?
Yep, man. I don't even watch it, but I'm gonna watch Halloween Havoc just to see the matches.
Yeah, I'm a little sad Shotzi's not hosting it, but who knows? Maybe it'll go good. So we also had, which I guess we forgot, Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor.
Oh no, that was an excellent match.
We're skipping.
You said skip it?
They don't get no shine. No.
Okay, because
No.
Oh, well, so how about we give them their flowers since WWE doesn't?
No, we're not gonna give flowers because they buried Ali and they buried it again last night.
You
If
think
you,
it was a berry, or you think that
no,
they
they
were
buried.
helping?
No, they
I'm
buried.
thinking they're working into bringing it back together, where Ali becomes a face, like a true face. He realized, man, you
I
know
don't give
what?
a shit about Ali no more.
No, they screwed us over with Ali because he's elite. Like he's phenomenal. He's the face of the company type of guy. He has everything that you want, that you can never imagine in a superstar. But I at the very least give them just I hate saying this, but you got to give them some type of benefit of the doubt, I guess, because the match was so great.
No, you make Ali lose to nobody. He's nobody.
But that's his prodigy.
But the
That's
story,
like, you
yeah,
know,
that's what I'm
like
saying. Like it makes sense from a story perspective. Chance, like it really
that's the guy
does.
he's building up.
They boosted his just because he's a Saudi Arabia guy.
No, that could be true. That could be true too. But I'm like, at least let's because I SmackDown last night. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one with you, Chance. Stop. I'm gonna tell you because I was so upset about SmackDown. I literally just thought, you want to take it? I can do something else.
Supposedly,
Oh shoot.
supposedly it's a 50-50 booking. They didn't let Ali win.
No, last night on SmackDown, they didn't shake. You know, like it looked like Ali was frustrated, and it looks like he was going to, kind of like not bow, but kind of like understand,
I don't want Ali
Mansoor.
understanding nothing.
But they didn't, so I
Just,
was mad. So,
just release him.
Damn, just release
no,
him.
I need to. Nah, man, he
No,
too
I'm
good,
tired-
bro.
I'm
I mean, they
tired-
released a lot of people, so
I'm tired of him doing my dog dirty. Just release him. Let him go get his career popping somewhere else.
I can see that. And it doesn't have to be AEW. He could go anywhere.
Anyway,
TNA, he'd be excellent with TNA.
Yeah.
there you go.
Impact.
Just saying that.
We also had Big E versus Drew McIntyre.
I didn't like that match.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the build up to the match because what happened on Raw. Okay, this what happened. The week before, what happened the week before should have happened on this week's Raw, which was they should have been beefing going into the tag team, and they fought each other during the tag team match to led to this Saudi Arabia. The thing is, they buried the hatchet, and I'm like, dude, that's ignorant. I thought the match was good though.
Yeah, I thought
The match was good. For it to be like, for a title match, it was exactly what you wanted. Two baby faces, two powerhouses. Big E freaking was talking mad trash. Like Drew was his diabolical in-ring diabolical self. I thought it was really good, Chance. I would give it a B plus actually. Powerhouse match. I think it was really good.
Yep. I would say the same, B plus.
I'm gonna say a C.
Damn. Well, we got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks.
Wait a minute. I know you can't explain it because you already said you didn't like it, but god dang it, C? Do you understand the C is just average? Like that's my GPA. Like that's average in high school.
Because it was it's like what you said, it was like no build up, like they're both fucking dominant, like they're both like it was just weak.
You genuinely did not enjoy the match that much. Like it was like, okay, whatever. Like it's
They're
true.
trying to be friends at first with the whole mega powers, like
dang dog. Let's move on, man. I just curious. That sucks.
All right. Well, yes, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair.
we technically talked about that earlier, but we could do it again.
Well, yeah, briefly.
I give it a B minus.
I give it an A minus.
I was gonna say I give it a B.
Oh wait, yeah, you talked the triple threat match, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, A minus. Yeah, I thought it was really good. There were some spots that they tried to do that didn't work.
Yep.
And that's kind of what took it down. Like, but ultimately, overall, they showed out. Like they showed out. One of the biggest things sorry, go ahead. One of my biggest problems with triple threat matches is them not taking advantage of the fact that there are no rules. Like in this match they kind of did it a little bit, and especially Becky, how she won. Like she took advantage of the fact that there were no rules, and even though she's a heel, it was just more of a tactic. Like it was just smart for her to use the ropes. So they delivered. They delivered some excellent spots. Bianca looked strong. The dumbest part about the entire thing was she didn't come in with the championship because the stupid swap that happened. Oh my god, dog. I don't understand what they be doing sometimes. But whatever. Like the match itself was good, man. I mean, what can you say? Like the three of them did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, I had no complaints with the match. For the most part, like you, there were some spots that could have been better. Overall, and everyone knows how like critical I am of Sasha, but it was a really good match. Like it did everything it was supposed to do. Everybody looked the way that they were supposed to look. I know I shared with y'all. Somebody lost their mind and said that Sasha carried the entire match. No.
See, now that's extreme because Sasha added flavor to it. Like she did,
Right.
Again, she did what she was supposed to do. Like that's
Right.
that's what she's been doing, since she started. Like,
right. Yep.
Yeah,
she
like-
did it. She knew what she was supposed to do. She did it.
Yeah.
They all did. They all did. Like
Bianca looked like a freaking star again.
right. And I like the fact that we didn't see Becky, like how a lot of times when it's triple threats and you have any champion, a lot of times you don't see them in the ring for the longest. You only see the other two
It's
fighting and that's it.
Mhm.
Right. So I like the fact that Becky was extremely involved, whether she's getting her ass kicked or not, she was involved. So I liked a lot of the different aspects of it. I liked how strong they showed Bianca, but at the same time, I keep getting frustrated with how they are booking her and writing her because, like I told y'all, they are booking her almost to be like Braun with being the strongest and being this and this and that and the third, only to like screw her over and end. Now her wins to loss ratio isn't that far off, but it's still frustrating because if that's the case, I mean, damn, Asuka was undefeated. And she wasn't claiming to be the strongest or, like she said that she was good, but she wasn't claiming all that.
They're taking the EST thing. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, and so, like, you have someone whose gimmick is that they are the EST and you have them losing. Like, that to me is stupid. Like, if that's the case, then don't put this person in the title picture if that's the case.
And the ESC thing, they're also taking it like to the, how can I put, like, not to the extreme, but it's kind of like, they, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like they don't quite grasp it. Yeah, like they don't necessarily grasp what it really means.
Like they trying to find words that have EST in it, and they just throwing it out there.
Yeah, and it's like then they want to, like you said, they want to book her as like the strong ass and da. But it's like they mean pound for pound, right? They mean that she's. Because her going against Nia Jax, nobody gonna believe, or she's gonna automatically outright beat Nia Jax because she's not the big S, right? Like, so, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like they doing something with her gimmick that I just don't like. But she's fine. Like, as long as she keeps showing off her strength and her speed and her agility and her craft, like her craftswomanship in the ring. See what I did? I didn't say craftsmanship because I don't want to get canceled. Craftswomanship in the ring. They doing her justice in this match, even though she lost. She's fine because she's gonna go on Raw and probably win a title, in a few weeks anyway.
This is true. Well,
I just gave it a B- because I thought I seen them do better.
Shit.
B- isn't bad.
No, you know why you starting to do better? Because Charlotte does all the crazy stunts. That's why. Like she's the one that kind of does the wild stuff, and that's if you compare it with Bailey, Charlotte, and Becky, then it's like, oh, okay, because Charlotte always does the insane stuff. I think you have to look at it different, like because it's against a triple threat, and they did it. They delivered. So can you raise your grade to a B+?
No.
Can you raise your
Dang.
I'm gonna challenge my grade.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Yes,
that really was a meat and potatoes match.
I could agree with that too. We have, what was it, the main event? Main event. We have Roman Reigns versus Brock.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not know how it was gonna go because I didn't know how a face Brock was gonna wrestle. But that should gave me like, yo, I'm ready for WrestleMania.
It actually shocked me that you didn't know how it was gonna go. I was like, I'm not the one that normally advocates for Roman, but I'm sitting there advocating for Roman only because I'm looking at what has to come after this, where even though this is technically a glorified house show, but this particular match could change. It could change, the scheme of things. And it just, if Brock was to walk away with the title that night, where would it have led us for the main event for WrestleMania? That's kind of how I looked at it, and I didn't see Roman not being possibly the main event for WrestleMania, and that's why I'm like,
even if he had lost, yeah. Let me tell you something. Chance, I want you to go if you're gonna go.
You want me to what?
He wants you to go.
You want me to leave?
Yeah, before I go.
Leave? Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I mean, like before I talk, like before.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So just to kind of piggyback off of everything that y'all were saying, like the thing I loved about the match was it felt like you said, Chance, I went there like I'm not sure. Like we seen this, I don't know if we've seen this before. I can't remember, but it kind of seemed like we've seen something like this before with John Cena and Brock and all of them. But it's like Roman and Brock together, the chemistry is insane. It reminded me so much of CM Punk. Remember the angle with CM Punk and Brock and Paul Heyman being in the middle. Y'all remember that back in the day?
Yes.
All right. So but the way they delivered this match, it was a hard hitting, gut wrenching, gut punching. I wasn't expecting Brock to win, but like if he had won, like he was like, you know what, it's just gonna continue. And even though he lost, it's like, you know what, like Chance said, and I was shocked at his response too, running back, because they did such a phenomenal job. You only can tell a story afterwards, and that's exactly what they did on SmackDown. Brock said, you know what, I'm coming after you again, and they did the smart thing. They suspended him, took him off TV. So,
SmackDown. This is what I tweeted. I don't know if y'all caught it. I said, because this is obviously the only thing that SmackDown gets correct, is I said that WWE gave us the Roman we wanted and the Brock we wanted.
Yep, that is true. Mm-hmm. They did everything right.
Because I've been sick of Brock for a while until obviously he came back with the new look, everything, and then
that's super.
And then when he came yesterday, he actually had me excited. Like, yo, please, you might need to take that belt off Roman.
Exactly. Because remember we all talked about it before. We was like, oh, Brock can't take. Remember we was all against it. Like, nah, it can't be Brock. It don't make sense. Like, we needed to give somebody like Big E or a newcomer. But after what happened these last 2 nights, it's like, okay, it makes sense.
In Brock.
But no, we love. Look, this is the thing. Brock is gonna go down in wrestling history as just an electrifying, imitating, charismatic beast. The problem is he was stale, like suplex, like, bro. And I like Viking Brock. I thought this Brock was dope.
Yeah, I enjoyed everything about it. And especially, y'all know how I feel about Roman. I don't dislike him. I think he's good. But this particular match was excellent all the way around. Especially Paul Heyman's playing it, where he just tosses the belt like, I don't know what to do. Just take it. You guys are just doing too much.
Yep.
And throws the belt in the middle of the ring.
And they fighting over it. It was dramatic as heck, but it was good. It was good.
But it was perfect. And of course, it's perfect for Paul, because when Paul needs to be dramatic, he's gonna be dramatic.
He said it.
Like, and I think it was like the perfect segue to end the match, because you have him throwing in the belt. Whatever y'all do with it now is what y'all do.
He looked surprised that Roman won.
Yeah, because now, of course, was paying attention to the look on Roman's face once the match was over, and he's standing at the top of the ramp looking at Paul, and Paul is looking like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman is like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, this story that they're telling is this is why Chance always say this. This is why we're so mad at the review, because when they want to tell an elite story, a phenomenal story, a story that you just drool over, you see it. And then Roman, let me ask y'all this question though, because I think Kenny, if you ask me who the 2 greatest wrestlers, like 1 or 2 for me right now, is Kenny Omega and AJ Styles, right? Because they can put on every single last possible matches you could never ask for. Submission, Iron Man, 5-star, quick match, squat, like they can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Roman last night, he is great, but Roman last night did something extra for me. It was like, man, like this dude, I don't know, man. It was something like watching him and Brock together. It's like, man, yo, this job, it did something, man. It was like, yo, Roman should be in the top 5. I don't know if he is in the top 5, but if he's not, he should be mentioned.
When you say top 5,
Greatest in the world right now. Top 5 greatest wrestlers in the world right now.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
Name 4.
You bugging.
mm-mm,
Yeah, overall,
we're not even about
overall,
to go here.
overall,
We
not
not.
just in the ring. I'm talking about overall, not just in the ring, just overall what he brings to like the wrestling industry. Overall, how he controls the crowd, how he controls a match, the psychological aspect of it. Like y'all don't think he belongs in the top 5?
I do.
Mm.
He's legit carrying WWE right now.
I mean, yeah. So
That says a lot. You're basically watching the company show because of one man.
well, I'm not.
Oh, you are.
I watched Crown Jewel and that was it. I watched for everyone. I didn't watch just for Roman.
You know you love Roman.
We're not about to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So Crown Jewel actually overall wasn't a terrible pay-per-view compared to the other ones that we've seen recently. So I would give that pay-per-view overall, I would give it a C. I will give it a C overall for that pay-per-view. The matches were pretty great. Well, certain matches. And I think, unfortunately, there were too many average matches for it to be even better. But
I'm gonna give it a B minus.
B minus, okay.
Because there was only one match I didn't like.
No. 2.
Oh yeah, the Ali match.
3. You didn't like Usos and Hurt Business. You didn't like Goldberg's match. You didn't like
No, I legitimately didn't like Goldberg's match, and I didn't like Ali's match. The Usos match was cool, just didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
But if we're doing like you did earlier, like giving a pass because the shit was so shitty before, Saudi Arabia matches have always been crappy. So the fact that it was actually a decent pay-per-view.
Not always.
Tell me one Saudi match that you was like, I mean, one pay-per-view that you were like, oh, that shit was fire.
I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
I would say that they weren't terrible, but this was probably the best one. This was the best one. Definitely the best one. Mike, what was your rating for the whole pay-per-view?
Hello?
Yeah.
I cannot hear. My sound is out.
Cool. So, moving on. We have AEW tonight again. So that's awesome. We do have the women's bracket for that. For what's it, the TBS belt?
Yep.
TNT. TBS?
TBS.
Yes, TBS. On these freaking T channels. So we do have that, and we have, let's see, first round, Thunder Rosa, Jade, Nyla, Chris Stat. We also have first round matches. I don't know. It looks like it's actually going to be a pretty stacked card, which is pretty cool. For the women's division, at least. Also, it would give us a chance to see the women's be able to showcase their skills a lot more, because AEW, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why they're struggling with that. But did you see what I posted on Twitter about AEW and his Jericho cruise?
No.
So apparently, allegedly, possibly, people waited 4 hours or more just to board the cruise.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like whether it was, well, they said it was because of COVID, so they can only have, I guess, a certain amount of people in at a time.
Yeah,
but it was just like, so people, of course, were pissed because they had bought different things, like different meet and greets and stuff like that, and they ended up missing their meet and greets because of the fact that they couldn't get on a ship. But from the few people that I know that's actually on a boat right now, they're saying it's pretty good. I'm a little disappointed we're not going to get a live show like we have in the past.
Yeah.
This Rampage y'all talking about? Sorry, because something happened to my mic.
Jericho Cruise.
Oh, okay.
We was talking about how it took them 4+ hours just to get on a boat. They wasn't letting people on like that.
Oh, but yeah, I heard that part of it about COVID and stuff. Yeah, my bad, y'all. The mic went out.
But we do have Rampage tonight.
Yes, we do.
We also have Bound for Glory this weekend.
You have what?
Bound for Glory.
Okay. Why Buddy trolling so much?
Because you know what, and I don't mean this in a harsh way. I mean this just honestly, but because he's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, he is irrelevant. And then people believed in him. Like, people thought that he was going to be one of those, like, you know, hot commodities. Like, as soon as he got released, everybody else got picked up by some company. He's not one of those people. And because we all love him, but for some reason, maybe we're wrong.
Right. Like, so he's out here and he's just, you know, he's making different polls. He's like, no longer with I beat bound by restrictions. Glory is simply preserving through tough times. So it's like, you know, oh snaps.
So, I mean, with him, what was that?
That was Brock with the belt.
With the belt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all didn't talk about Smackdown yet already, right? No. It wasn't really much to talk about.
No, we're done with it. All we wanted to talk about was Brock and Roman.
Well, coming from SmackDown to Bound for Glory, see how we're going to bridge that too? We do have the former Iconics, now the Inspiration. They are going to make their debut at Bound for Glory. Yes, they are. They are back together.
Yeah, they were BFFs forever and a day. So it's like for them WWE to break them up was messed up because they didn't get that shine. So
that was Peyton's fault by accident.
What you mean? I guess I never heard the story.
Yeah, so Peyton actually talked about this in an interview. She said she actually feels guilty and responsible for the Iconics breaking up because she told Vince that she wanted to focus on a singles run and wanted to see if she could, you know, do some things differently. So he did that, and he tried to give her a singles run, and you know, he did the same thing. And then,
okay.
Yep. So it caused not only for them both to be separated, but then they both got released. So
Vince, I'm gonna tell you something I heard like from Seth Rollins' mouth, and then like from Stone Cold is sometimes you have to stand up to him. Like if you want something, like closed mouths don't get fed, and if you want something that's best for you to kind of try to push, and he will give you a chance. And if you mess up, because like sink or swim, but then it's kind of like he can hold it against you too. So so it's I understand that. Oh, okay. I definitely understand that. So Bound for Glory, is that the one that leaked, right? All the results and stuff like that. That's the one. That was the pay-per-view that leaked.
The results leaked.
He had some names circled on the paper. It was hard to see though, but he had some names circled on Bound for Glory. It was Bound for Glory I'm talking about, right? Where we're gonna get Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. Hangman Page hopefully that's gonna happen at Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory tonight.
Oh shoot! Think I'm about to lose. Y'all, that's not gonna happen at Bound for Glory?
No, man. Bound for Glory is Impact.
You know, see, that's my problem. I'm such a wrestling like racist because I just automatically assume they both were the same. Y'all have to forgive me.
It's okay.
Oh,
you have me confused. I'm like,
yo, my bad. No, where
is he going with this?
Oh, no, I was. My bad. Okay. You know, Impact. I don't think it's a real. See, the thing is with Impact.
No, let's just act like it didn't happen. So, Braun. Braun might be debuting tonight.
That's tonight.
Yes, that's tonight. We have Impact. The pay-per-view
Christian Cage. That's Christian Cage. Christian Cage is on Impact.
Yes.
Okay, I know Impact.
Yes.
Miro is on Impact, right?
No.
No.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Wait. So Miro's technically with AEW.
Yes.
Yeah,
Remember, he's all elite.
Where's this guy been?
No, it's not that, bro. He had the TNT Championship for so long, and he was so dominant.
What is it?
All right, I'm gonna just mute myself and listen. I'm gonna just listen.
You remember Heath Slater?
I'm a fan.
Or
Yeah, the one man band did that.
Yes. Okay. He is with Impact.
You gotta forgive Mike. He got a concussion for flag football.
Okay.
No, not flag. Tackle.
Tackle.
Yeah.
But I don't know about y'all, but I'm actually excited for a lot of the women's matches tonight.
Ruby Soho. Is Ruby Soho fighting tonight? Please tell me that. Oh, all right, I'm muted. I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna listen.
No.
For the record, I do know she's all elite. No, I do know she's all elite. For the record, I know that Ruby Soho is all elite. That's not what I meant. But I'm gonna just take a step back.
Go on both shows.
See, that's why it's confusing. It's like on Smackdown, like like they have people going on both shows. Don't make sense. But I got you. I'm gonna just listen. Go ahead, y'all get me hyped up so I can watch it tonight.
Oh my god.
So no, it's actually for Deanna versus Mickey. Like, I love
Mickey's going over.
I love the mix, and I love the fact that she didn't come right out the gate when she left WWE with wrestling. It seemed like at first she was going to take a more backstage approach and just like help the women's divisions and each different like product she was helping at NWA. And I mean, not to say that she's still not doing that. She is realistically, but to see her actually come back for a match, I think that's really big. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see her have a match tonight. She could win, she could lose. I don't care. As long as she
James wrestles. Yep.
Hopefully she got on a little skirt.
Chance, you can't agree. You're gonna get canceled.
Yes, I can. I can't get canceled for appreciating a woman in the skirt.
And then also we haven't talked about this since we're on the topic of Impact, but Chris Bay is part of Bullet Club. Like, can we just acknowledge that?
I don't like what they're doing with the Bullet Club over there.
But he's a part of the Bullet Club.
I just don't like it because of the no crowd factor.
Well, yes, that's.
It was like a waste.
But they'll have a crowd tonight.
I said it the whole time with Jay White there. Like, it was just a waste.
Oh, I like him. I don't think.
I do too.
But it can be done.
But Bullet Club is doing what NWO used to do. Like, I think it is starting to branch out too much.
You think they're branching out too much? I actually like the fact that they're.
Who hasn't been in Bullet Club now? No pun intended. It used to be an all elite thing.
Yes. However,
everyone's in Bullet Club.
However, I wouldn't say everyone. And I like the fact, because think about when NWO had that shitstorm that happened, right? You still had the three main guys, and they were always going to be over. That was it. You couldn't mess with that. However, with Bullet Club, everybody is still their own star, and you're like, damn. Like, of course, Bullet Club, you automatically, I don't know about anyone else, but I automatically think Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. That's regardless, that just hands down, right?
I think AJ.
Okay, AJ.
Yeah, and Anderson and Gallows for me. Well, I don't know if that's their name, but those two come to mind automatically too.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy. That I don't think about Finn, who started it.
Right. Then you have that side of it, but I don't know. I just like
this is what I'm saying. Not to cut you off, but I did. I'm sorry. They were so good at reinventing themselves, like, because you had, like you said, to make your point, they had Finn, then they transitioned to AJ, then they can transition to Kenny, then they transitioned to Jay White, which was still good, but now it's like, okay, like, just making new
iterations,
make a new club.
No, I like it, because guess what? Then it could be a legacy thing. NWO died after a while. It died with them. And that's how it's going to be. No one's going to bring back NWO. But
I don't want Bullet Club to go
forever.
I don't want Bullet Club to go forever.
Why not? You could have first generation. second generations, like that could be something that's
We've
awesome.
we've had 4 generations already.
Okay,
We don't need any more.
keep going. It's nothing wrong with it. It is nothing wrong
That's
with it.
that's like remaking the same movie over and over and over. Just give me a new movie.
No, but guess what? They still got the same cast.
Look at Hit Row.
Don't do that.
If Hit Row was booked the way we wanted it to be booked, it would be the next new fad.
Right, of
But
course.
wait, let me ask you this question, Chance. Are you going to go see The Matrix?
What?
Are you going to go see The Matrix?
I see what he's saying.
See it when it comes on TV.
Never mind that. So, like he says, give him a new glove. Too, I'm trying to set you up, but
Yep.
yeah, you didn't fall for it. You didn't fall for it.
Well,
But it
I know
was
you too long.
go see the new Scream.
but it was bad because I was never a Matrix fan.
Oh, see, I should have said Fast and the Furious.
I'm not a Fast and Furious fan.
Oh, so you hate it? All right, dang. So you,
I told you I only liked it when The Rock came.
Of course.
but so you're a fan? Okay, you kind of a fan.
No, he's a fan of The Rock.
Do you like John Wick?
Yeah, I love John Wick.
Okay. I can't say nothing bad about John Wick.
Yeah, I love John Wick.
I can't say nothing bad about John Wick.
No one can say anything bad about John Wick. That's like the Bourne Ultimate.
I know a guy. I know
But I don't want to see John Wick go on forever.
It does. Well, I mean, that's because he's one person. This is where you had people that are collectively. It's a club. They are
But we're talking about years of affection.
Passing the torch.
But it wasn't in America though. Chance. In all fairness, like it wasn't in America. It was in New Japan. So they're technically fresh in America.
This is true.
Yeah, if you're a dumbass fan that don't know.
Oh.
Like,
but maybe they're not dumb. Maybe they're young.
I guess to help make your point, it would be cool maybe in the aspect of it's never been done before. A faction just go on and on.
Yeah.
And on. So maybe
for the faction.
So maybe for doing something new, then cool. But I would just like a new group.
And then they have the Bullet Club pay-per-view, where it's just all Bullet Club members on the card fighting each other.
See, that's OD now. That's where I'm back now. The last Bullet Club thing I want to see is in some form or fashion
in
AEW. All those motherfuckers like with Finn, AJ, Kenny, hopefully Jay White, Tamatanga, all of them like some kind of wrestling match to where they figure out like who is like the leader or something.
Who would you put over?
Damn, it's hard.
I'm gonna have to roll with Kenny. Even though I wanted to go AJ, but I mean Finn, I'm gonna have to roll with Kenny.
I might go Jay White.
That'll be different. I can say that much because a lot of people don't know him.
I love Jay White. I just think he hasn't been used to his potential.
But I can see why in a lot of ways that'll work for him specifically.
Damn, I don't know. That could go. It could go either way, realistically. I don't know. Regardless though, Impact. It'll be a good pay-per-view tonight. For it to be Impact, and that's no shade to Impact. I think it will honestly be a good pay-per-view. I think AEW has tremendously helped them.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't checking for them before that whole crossover.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that they're able to do it without it being like, oh my God, here this goes again. Like, it's not just something where we're just like, look, this person. No, we're seeing, Christian Cage go over and have the title there. And he could be the only one that's there. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. Like, we'll see bits and pieces. People pop in, pop out, here and there, a little sprinkle, but nothing too much. And I like that. We don't have an invasion happening, which I wouldn't mind at some point if done properly. Like an invasion kind of Survivor Series, if you will, of the two brands. However, I think it's pretty good. True. I mean, we do have a little something like that here coming up next month that I'm going to go to the wrestling convention, but just haven't made my decision yet. But yeah, We have a jam-packed day of wrestling or an evening of wrestling. Which
So make sure you watch this. You like it. You share it. You subscribe it.
Wait,
Then
before we
you watch
go,
the
how
program.
do I watch Impact's Bound for Glory?
That question. I believe it's Fight
Legally.
TV.
Legally.
Legally, I believe it's Fight TV. FITE. Oh, it is a pay-per-view. Hold on. I believe it's Fight TV.
Right, so Fight TV, old chance of promotion. What is it called? An endorsement. So I'm an endorsement for Fight TV. Send that man some money.
You know what?
Send y'all some money.
Yes, it is on Fight TV tonight.
You already know what that means when you hear it.
Yes. Impact is on Fight TV tonight, 10 p.m. for 40 doll hairs.
So make sure you get that. We can talk about Braun. Maybe
Not
Bray.
Braun Breaker.
Maybe Bray.
Yeah.
Y'all
Or
tripping.
maybe we'll be talking about Buddy.
Oh, yeah. The clout chaser.
Oh, yeah.
I'm letting you know now. Bray comes tonight. Whoo! And that's gonna
Impact gonna get a lot of views.
Yep.
The fact that it's on at 10 o'clock. God damn, that's past my bedtime.
And they playing like they must be on the West Coast somewhere.
They must be, because damn, 10 o'clock?
Bro, like,
come on now.
I was asleep at 9:30 last night. I didn't finish Smackdown till this morning. So
I mean, I was up playing my game, but still, that's my gaming time. All right, lovely people.
Next Saturday, I probably won't be in the gym, so they can see my face. Yay!
Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, also next Saturday is our Halloween episode.
Also, I might be in the gym. Oh, yep. Guess I will be in the gym.
We have our Halloween episode.
I'm gonna come as a struggling black man trying to make it in America. That's my costume.
You got no?